Hello YouTube, this is Tammy Pie and I'm back for another video. Today we are doing Top Tarot Trumps by Musings by Masha, and it is time for the Tower. Dun dun dun. Okay, so the Tower, indeed. The Tower is one of those cards, right? If you're watching the Battle Royale series, one of the questions I asked in one of the last battles was, is my child just missing or are they dead? One of the cards you would not want to get is the Tower. However, the Tower can be beneficial, right? But usually it's a scary card. So Masha explained how there are different types of myths and meanings that are connected with the Tower. She did a great job. One of the cards that I picked, and of course I have like way too many cards, but I did pare back, I swear. So in her video describing the history of the Tower, she showed several of these Marseille type towers, and I like the Marseilles that have the crown coming off. I like the lightning or the fire to be going there and showing that it kind of is the cause of that. I like for there to be two people falling, and I like it when it's the polka dot type. That's what I like in a Marseille tower. And honestly, I don't have a huge Marseille collection, but those are my favorite. One of the Marseille type decks that I do have is the Flemish Tarot, otherwise known as the Bacchus Tarot, because the Hierophant has been switched around, and this does have the tree and La Foudre, which I think is the fire, right? Looks like flames here. Looks like this is a burnt up goat, maybe. Okay, and then we have, of course, my beloved Thoth. Now, if you read Thoth, you've gotten this card in a reading, no doubt. And I've gotten this card in a reading, and it was very scary. It was like the answer to the least answerable question, right? And in this deck, we have this mouth here, which is like the mouth of hell. And this tower is coming down, and you almost have it from the perspective of below the tower. And the people are falling down in flames. We have a dove of peace going this way. We've got what looks to be maybe possibly Ragnarok or a dragon, and of course the Eye of God, for this is the fall of the House of God. I was reading this morning some interesting hidden things that you have in this tower. Now this tower looks like it's really tall, right? Like it's maybe the top of a mountain. But what I bet you a lot of people don't notice is that on this side, there are 12 of these yods. And those 12 yods are representing the 12 zodiacal signs. And on this side, there are 10 yods. Now, in the book I was reading, what's the book? Hang on just a second. guess I could turn off the camera, but is Paul Foster Case's The Tarot. And of course, he kind of redrew everything. So let me just show you his tower, just for giggles and snorts, okay? So in his tower, he actually has it so that the zodiacal symbols are in kind of an infinity, and the 10 yods on the other side are in the tree of life. So that's Paul Foster Case's. Okay, so I thought that was interesting as far as the RWS goes, because lots of people like the RWS because it's easier, it's better illustrated, it's more accessible for people who are not so much into all the extra references and all that. Okay, so there's also some discussion about this. Is it on here? It's not on all of them. Okay, it's on here. This right here, the Hebrew letter that this Trump is associated with, and that is Peh, P-E-H, and Peh is mouth. So there was the whole discussion about the Tower of Babel and how they tried to build it so high that they could reach heaven and be near the gods, and by making the men not be able to understand each other, he created a bunch of different languages, right? So that's all very dramatic. Okay, so that I got Thoth, I got RWS, I've got Marseille, and that was the blue one is the Lily Stone Marseille. But in the vein of the tree and the lightning, here we have the Inner World Tarot by Kelly Fitzgerald and Patrick Fogarty. And there you have it. You have the lightning and this tree kind of burning, but burning with what? Okay? So one of the things about the tower is when you are hit by sudden inspiration, when something dramatic happens. This is Mystic Masters by Danny Mystic. Then this is forever changed. You can never go back. So say you are hit by sudden inspiration and all of a sudden you know something that you never knew before. You become a different creature because now you have that knowledge, right? So again, Masha spoke about there are a few of those towers which are actually Adam and Eve being thrown out of the Garden of Eden. Why? Because they ate from the tree of knowledge. Divine inspiration? I think so. I also really love a tower card like the Llewellyn Tarot by Marie Ferguson, I think. And that is this, the water at the base, the waves, a storm, something that is inevitable. And where there's lightning, there's usually a storm, right? I like that it is it could be a lighthouse or like this, a fortified tower. One that doesn't have water. The mass market new one does, but the Urban Tarot by Robin Scott, her mass market one is, I believe, Trump Tower with the water rising, which I thought was pretty inspired. But this is the tower I've always wanted, because with 9/11, with this terrible, horrible, awful thing that happened, everything in America changed. So much changed. We sold our souls. We decided that it was better to have government see our every move. It was better to be in these long lines than to ever take this chance again, right? Terrorism made a big difference. I couldn't not put this one in because I thought of it right away. And this is the Crystal Skull Tarot by Jessie Driscoll. And this has a beautiful little guidebook written by Rachel Pollack. But look at that red yarn and how she's pulled it out and the little skulls falling down. I love this. The big crystal tower being broken. This is another great and very, very interesting. I forget the name of this plant, but this is a gigantic plant. This plant is, I think, like 14 feet tall, and the blossom has the smell of it, like a grave. It smells like dead flesh, okay? But this blossom only happens every once in a great while. I forget, like once a year or once every couple of years. So I had never seen or heard of this plant before, but this is actually for a very plant-centric tarot, which this is. It's a great tarot, a tower card. Can you imagine seeing that, smelling that? Talk about forever changed. Okay, I don't want to show that till the end. I wanted to show this because this is from MJ Cullinane's Unfinished Business, A Ghostly Tarot. And this guy climbs this tower after he graduates, thinking that what's going to happen is after he graffitis the top of this tower, and look at the crown at the top there. After he graffitis this tower, he's going to get good luck. Something great is going to happen to him. And he had already done pretty well graduating. And instead of good luck, he gets hit by lightning and dies. So the big change is not the change he was expecting. I thought that was cool. And then, so another one of my questions in that last video was, am I going to get pregnant? This is one of the cards that you want to see. This is a pretty standard for people who read for pregnancy. Yes, this is a yes card. This will work out in your benefit, and yeah, don't stop trying, but hey. All right, so here we go. And this is my favorite. It just is. I love the Thoth tarot card. I actually really love that this little Marseille. I just like it. But this one is from Ritual Tarot. And there's so much drama here. Look at this here. What's happening here? Is this a jaguar on film? And is the film going from color to black and white? Are we having a bad editing day? Here's the tower, could be the Tower of Babel burning. Here we have people falling in different, this looks like Jesus. Maybe he's being taken down from the cross. This looks like, what is this statue? Neptune, I think. I don't even know what this is. What is this guy? Looks like a goat or something. And here's Medusa at the bottom here with her head off. I mean, so much, so many things to contemplate, so many little pieces that you could, a wolf over here, little pieces that you could take, a forest fire. You could take any little piece of those and get a very dramatic, very deep reading. So that is my Tower episode of Top Tarot Trumps by Musings by Masha. And stay tuned. Thank you for coming.